Hello and welcome back on my YouTube channel, Parth Doshi, Learning by Doing. I know I'm making a video after quite a long time. So, yeah, let's start with today's video. So, in this video, we are going to see how we can build our first reusable component. If you might have seen the very latest video on my YouTube channel, I had uploaded a video where I was discussing about importance of reusability in automation with Rahul Sharma. In that, we discussed many points how building reusable components can help at enterprise level automation. So today in this video, we are going to see one of the method through which we can develop a reusable component. This is going to be a very basic video. We are going to build a very basic reusable component, but we are going to see how is the complete process of building a reusable component. How can you publish it and use within your own system, and you don't have to download the custom activities from the marketplace. So let's get started. Now, along with UiPath Studio, we'll need one more software today, that is Nugget Package Explorer. So you can just simply go to Google and download it. I'll try to add the link in the description as well for the same. Right. So what we have to do is we have to have this particular software as well. Right. Now coming to our UiPath. So the activity or the reusable, so we are going to build an activity. Now there are two ways of building an custom activity. The one is using the activity creator that we have in Visual Studio, and the other is to use this library template, create reusable components, as you can see, which is our topic as well, and publish them together as a library. Libraries can be added as dependencies to automation process. So we are going to build that particular reusable component. So what is our reusable component going to do is we are going to convert a column, a data table column, to a list of strings. So I've already built the activity. If you see over here, now we'll see how we can change the name and all as well. But for now, let's understand this. So if you see, there are input, there is output, and the input are two things: the data table and my column name, and my output is the list of strings. So if you see, the input is data table, right? The column name shall be string, and the output is going to be list of strings, right? So yeah, that's it. And in for each, I'm using my that output and I'm displaying my values. So if you see, the column here is age, so I should see the 3 in the message box. Let me just run the file. So 15, 20, and 30. We had all the complete column converted into a list which you can use for further processing. So let me give you a quick example of where this particular conversion of data table to list can be used. When suppose you have organization names, right, and you want to get that organization names into a list and you want to do some kind of processing. So I think that can be done using this particular activity. Now let's see how we have built that reusable component. Now, one thing that you need to make sure is while creating the library, right? Enter the name over here. So we have to enter two things. One is the name over here. So this name, let me show where it is reflected. The blank library name is reflected over here. So I had created one that was first reusable component. So that same name is reflected over here. And now this new activity, the name that we have to give, let's see over here. So this is the library component that I had already created. So I'll just show you how we are going to create the same component, right? Now, if you see, the XAML file name over here is new activity, which was the same reflected in my that activity panel. So let's just rename it. Okay. We'll rename it to data table to list. Okay. Let us save this. Yeah. So data table to list. Now what you have to do is we saw that we had input and output parameters to be passed within that particular workflow. So for that, what we have to do is we have to create arguments, right? If you see, my two inputs were data table and the column, so I have given that two input arguments, and my output was a list of string that I have given output over here. So this is what you have to do. Whatever input parameters you want, whatever output parameters you want. Let's suppose you want string, you want data table, you want list, you want to, if you are building a reusable component, to concatenate to list, right? So this is the very basic component that I'm trying to explain. You can build multiple complex components. Now, how this helps then Visual Studio is, in Visual Studio you can create more complex component as well, but that comes requirement that you should know Visual Studio coding as well. But here, so basically not Visual Studio coding but C sharp coding, so you should know that. But here there is nothing like that. You can simply build by dragging the already activities that we are using. Okay, so yeah, I think this is the, okay, there is a minor change that I need to make. I'll just do that. Okay, so now we have created our inputs and output arguments, right? So we know what we have to take the input from the user and what output we have to give. Now to output, and make sure they are arguments, and if you want just something for internal processing, then you can use the variables that is also supported in this. Now in output, to my output list, I am assigning a link query I have used in vb.net. That is, if you can see over here, from r as data row. So for each of the row, right, in that particular data table, that is data table dot rows dot cast. So first I'm running, let's say this is my data row. I'm treating each of the row as my r, right? From data table, right, this one, this is the data table which user will pass. That same we are passing over here, dot rows dot cast of data row. So we are casting all our rows of that data table as data row, and we are looping it at that as well. Then r dot column name c string. So if you see, this is tree string, so this will help us to convert it to the list of strings. So r my row, and which row. So I need to specify that column name. If you see over here, if I do this, column name as string, column name index, data column as string, and the same things are available. So I'm passing the column name. I am not taking the index because it is difficult, working with column index rather than working with column name. So we are using column name dot to list. So this is a very simple link query within our vb.net, right? So I've clicked on OK. Now our task is completed over here. So right now we have completely built our reusable component. Now we are going to see how we are going to use it in our other workflow. So what you have to do is you have to click on publish, right? Change the name over here. First reusable component, make it as data table to list. Version is going to be 1.0.3 since I have already. And in this by default, it will be orchestrator, but you have to make sure you select custom and give a folder path. Just go to next and go to publish. So it will publish your this particular package, right? And yeah, okay. So if you see, it is available in my this particular folder. Now let's go over here and go to manage packages and see. So we have this many data over here. So how can you give this kind of data for your custom component as well? For that particular thing, our Nugget package explorer comes into picture. Let me click on this, and this was the one that we had published. Let me open that, and you need to click on this edit metadata. If you see, I have all the data available over here. Parth Doshi, right? I can, if you want, you can select an image or something like that. Readme, nothing is required. Summary. This activity will convert a data table column to list of string. That's it. You can add release node, you can add copyright, you can add language if anything is required. ENUS is what I can select or something like that, whatever you want. After this, you need to click on file and you need to click on save. Right, that's it. This is saved and now close it. So we have added whatever data you we thought it was required. Now what you have to do is you have to create a normal process, that is first reusable component I have created. Now we have seen how to add the metadata and how to add all the other required information. Now we are going to see how to use our component within other workflows as well. So go to manage packages, go to settings. Here add a package source, right? Let me name it as my reusable. I've already done that, but just to explain you, I'm doing it again. My reusable component, select the path. It is going to be the same folder where I have published. Select folder and I'm just going to add it. Okay. So since I've already added that, it is not allowing me. Let me just cancel and cancel. So you have to do that. Once you add that, it will be visible over here. Whatever name you have given, it will be visible over here. So if I click on this, you can see all the previous versions are also available and install. And if you see the data that we added, Parth Doshi, then description, this activity will convert a data table column to a list of string. So let me click on install and let me click on save. So I think I installed this in my library component itself. So this won't work. Using reusable components is my workflow. That was the library component. Open main workflow. Right. So what we are going to do is we are going to go to manage packages, reusable components. See, there is an update available directly. I'm going to click on update. I'm going to click on save. So now my activity is going to be updated and yeah, we'll see how to use it. So this is how you can add the path like I had showed you and we can do this thing. I know what is the error, I suppose. Since we changed the name, that is not anymore available. So first reusable component, if you see data table to list is there. Right. In this, I'm going to pass my data table. I'm going to pass my column name, that is age, and I'm going to put output. So it will display me there. What we'll do is we'll add name here as well. Name. Let me add some data over here. Raju, Sanjay, Jayesh. And let me click on OK. So now I'm only converting, the age column through my this particular activity. So you see the data table to list includes in data table to list all that is available and run a file. So 15, 20 and 30. And let me change this to name. All right. Let me click on save and let's execute it. Raju, Sanjay, and Jayesh. So you see any particular column in your data table can be converted to list using this particular reusable component that we have built. I know this is a very simple concept of the component, but yeah, we have understood the complete process of how you can build your reusable component right from the scratch, you know creating the library component, then giving it a proper context and information, and then using it in our process. Now this particular process you can use to build your own components. Now what is the advantage over here is if you are only familiar with working with studio and you have hardly worked on visual studio and anything like that, but you still want to build your reusable component, this is the method that you can use and build your reusable component. I hope you learned a very interesting concept throughout the video and you understood each and every step. If there is anything you need help with, please feel free to comment in the comment section. And thank you for watching the complete video. Please hit the subscribe button and share it with your friends. Thank you.